What is up, guys? This is Astranox. Time to showcase Kawerik with speed buff and attack buff, potentially greater attack buff from Yuna. We're gonna have target debuff from Seaside, Bellona, and defense break as well. So let me show you his stats. It's pretty high on offense. He has plus 15 skill ups, and that's the amount of damage increase out of that. No memory imprints. And that's his stats. The speed is low, but I want a lot of attack. I want a decent amount of a critical hit damage, because his skill number 1 and 3 don't actually scale much out of speed increase. So, I mean, speed stat. It's skill 2. Skill 2 is based on the target speed. He's got Daydream Joker at plus 30, the Wyvern at almost 140,000 health. It will definitely help us deal additional damage. He is of the fire element. That means he's not dealing 30% additional damage like the ice heroes against the Wyvern. So keep that in mind, guys. Seaside Bellona, that's her stats. In terms of attack, I mean, critical hit damage is lower. But really, it's not about like seeing who will deal the most damage. It should be Kawerik. He's got Daydream Joker. It's about landing the debuffs. Target, defense down, and getting the attack buff, maybe greater attack buff. If we get the upgrade from the exclusive equipment of Yuna, and the speed buff. The problem is Kawerik uses skill 3 before using skill 2. So he's not getting his speed buff from skill 2 to deal that, to penetrate 30% defense with skill 3. So if you want to use this Kawerik on defense, be it Arena, Guild Wars, he's not going to be targeting, Earth, an Earth hero with skill 2 to open up. So that's definitely unfortunate. Maybe they change that later on. So she's plus 15 skill ups. Moving on here, this will, allow her to increase her dual attack chance, meaning that there's more chance to apply the target debuff as well, and it actually boosts the damage of the passive skill too. Okay, so next one in line is Yuna. She's just a 5-star. I just like quickly awaken her, and just so I can actually wear this exclusive equipment, which is pretty sick, right? And I hope we get the greater attack buff. So her stats, I mean, whatever. I just got some speed gear on her, nothing crazy at all. And I didn't really care about offense at all. If you're using ice heroes in Wyvern, which should be what you use, especially in early to mid game, you only need 85% critical hit chance. By the way, guys, you're getting 15% additional. You're getting a bonus of 15% crit chance when you are at elemental advantage. Infinity Basket allowing us to increase the dual attack chance of all allies during the caster's turn, and the damage will be increased by 20%. Okay, let's go in there. Angelic Montmorancy, let's just show her real quick. She's actually resisting every dispel because she has 160%. You need 160% effect resistance or higher if you want that to happen for you. So you can actually make use of buffs, barriers, and stuff like that in the Wyvern. It's definitely not something that is easy to obtain early game. The thing is, she's got that self-memory imprint, allowing her to increase her effect resistance even further. And with her specialty change, it definitely makes things much easier, because she's getting, I don't know exactly where it's coming from. There's that self one. I think that's it. They're next to each other. Or there's one that's a 5%. Where is it? 5%. Good lord, I'm gonna check all of them. Okay, the self 15, self 25, so you got 40%, plus you got a 5% for the whole team, including herself, right? So that's pretty solid. That is much easier to obtain 160% effect resistance. Okay, Wyvern finally. Let's do it. I hope we can get those greater attack buff. At least it's not going to be like the Golem video. I did showcase him in Golem in a 3-man formation. It's just that you know, the stuff was not in sync so well. The boss was getting destroyed though. Like, don't get me wrong, Kawerik was dealing a ton of damage. Well, he just destroyed this thing. Oh my god. That was with the speed buff and the greater attack buff. He's able to penetrate defense by 30%. That was really good. You see all the resist on top of Angelic Montmorancy. That's because of, well, if you get 160% effect resistance or higher, this is what's gonna happen. So we got defense break. Seaside goes here. Then he's next in line. He doesn't have the buffs though. Okay, 42.2 thousand. 42,000 damage. Not bad. Dual attack from Seaside here. We got defense down. We got target debuff. But yeah, we didn't have greater attack for his skill 2. Okay, now we have it. Skill 1, 33,000. Oh my god, with the dual attack. Man. I don't know if that was with the greater attack buff, but it was at least attack with speed with skill 1. I like this. This is the real showcase, you know, to see his actual damage. I actually wanted to do this thing before. I mean, Seaside, she got that dual attack, and I think she dual attacked twice or something like that. The thing is, I need to swap his gear for Angelic Hunt. He's not going to be able to survive with his health and defense right now with this set. That's why I have to get the Wyvern 11 video out of the way, because yeah, I'm gonna swap some gear, and of course there's no free gear removal right now, so I gotta, you know, spend the gold. Gotta spend the gold. I'm confused here. Why did they not get one-shotted like the first time? Oh, maybe he got the greater attack buff on the first time. That's why he's missing, like, they have a sliver of health, so a bit more like attack or critical hit damage or both would seal the deal here. He would be able to one-shot wave number 1, but he does need the speed buff to penetrate defense by 30%. We don't have defense break here. Seaside couldn't do it. I mean, it just didn't happen, I think. 18.3k. That's with nothing. A dual attack here. Just target debuff though. Okay, let's get the buffing going here. Here we go. But no defense break. 14.4k health. Well, damage. Health loss. That works too. Gotta love all these resists. Here we go, defense break. 20.5k. The problem is we will not have the attack buff, I think. Considering Yuna's gear, this actually deals a decent amount of damage. Okay, we do have the attack buff here with the speed buff. This is skill 1 with 28.7k damage. That is without the target debuff. Not bad. It's not bad. And he's not getting the 30% additional damage that the ice heroes are getting because they are at elemental advantage in here. That's just the way it works. You know, in here, here we go. In here, ice getting 30% more damage. In golem, fires getting 30% more damage. You know, so it's definitely helpful. Earth and Banshee. So that's why when you use the right element, it definitely, you know, allow you to, it's much easier to gear your heroes if you use the right element. In this case, ice. Okay. That was not the greater attack buff, so they still have some health. I wonder, like, skill 2, like, I could increase his attack further. Like, there's room for improvement for sure. Since skill 2 is based on the target speed, you can do some crazy damage with this thing. You can definitely do some crazy damage. Okay. 42.2k. It's definitely very solid. And by the way, with 200 speed, you're going to be dealing 15% additional damage. 25k. You're going to be dealing 15% additional damage based on speed with skill 1 and with skill 3. But with skill 3, you will start to penetrate defense by 30% if you have the speed buff. But yeah, that's this the damage multiplier for speed. That's what it is. Dual attack here. No defense down or target. But the skill 2 deals an additional 60% additional damage if the target has 200 speed. 75% additional damage if the target has 250 speed. It's crazy. It's crazy with this. I mean, and if they have speed buff, they're going to be taking even more damage. That's really cool. I like it. I definitely like it. I mean, I still need to test him out, right? Still need to test him out. I don't know how he's gonna perform in as Arahakan. I do like that he has the Dispel. The problem is, I need to swap his gear, up his survival. I need to increase his effectiveness because I need to make use of his Dispel on skill 2 to take out the Frenzy from the boss. So now that's quite a few stats right there. Effectiveness and health and defense, right? So basically, I will lose a bunch of attack and critical hit damage. So yeah, I'm gonna have to balance his stats and see what happens. I'm gonna have to 6-star Yuna. I will 6-star Yuna. But anyways, for the showcase, we need her for the buffing, right? I should check out what kind of morale she gives in raid. She could definitely be, you know, that's a good duo. Kawerik with Yuna, if the morale is there, if we're getting a decent amount there, in the 30s or higher, that'd be great. Okay, that's gonna be the last one. But the thing is, your frontliner, like Angelic Montmorancy, 160% effect resistance. If you have a hero that applies defense buff, it's definitely gonna help a lot, you know, in terms of survival. Like I said, barrier 2, great way to, you know, reduce the amount of stats that you need to actually survive. Because if you can have a defense buff on her for most of the battle, that's really good. If you can have 3 debuffs on the Wyvern, it will greatly reduce his damage. So different ways for you to facilitate the battle. Attack break, you know, attack down debuff is definitely the greatest debuff here. In terms of survival increase, you will take much less damage. Attack down debuff plus 2 other debuffs, you know, 3 debuffs, including attack down debuff, is gonna like reduce his damage by a ton. Now you might be able to drop from 2 Soul Weavers to 1. You need much lower stats if you're doing it this way. You can use poison as well, like Alexa. You can check out my 3-star, you know, video. Okay, here. Skill 3, defense break, target. 36,000. Was that with attack buff? 36,000. Maybe, I don't know if attack buff was there in speed. The thing is, that's my beef with the way his AI works. He uses skill 3 first, and then he uses skill 2. So he's losing damage. If he was opening up with skill 2 to get the speed buff, and then to use skill 3 to penetrate defense, then that would work it would be much nicer, right? Like in this case, I do have Yuna for the speed buff, but let's say you're gonna be using him by himself, no hero to give him speed buff. He needs to rely on his own speed buff, but he's doing the rotation incorrectly. he's doing skill 3, skill 2, skill 1, instead of doing skill 2 and to skill 3 and then skill 1. He would get the, the damage boost from the speed buff, penetrate defense by 30%, more speed so he can deal additional damage because his skill actually deal more damage when, skill 1 and 3, more damage based on the speed, because speed buff is 30% speed increase. You can see it here. You see damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's speed. So that's really unfortunate. I feel like they should like hotfix this. Like they should definitely like change it up. I mean, it's an easy tweak. It's just like the way that the rotation is done when you turn on auto. It's pretty simple to change. I don't know why they wouldn't do it really. It'd be nice, like, so you could set him on defense and he could like open up with skill 2. You could build him with high speed, with decent amount of offensive power, so he could potentially like one shot. I mean, he's gonna need some crazy amount of stats though to pull that off. So yeah, but if you have, let's say, you build him slower with higher attack and crit damage, maybe he has self-memory imprint activated as well, facilitating the whole thing, and then you use a combat readiness booster or boosters, then like, yeah, that could work too. But yeah, now he does need to rely on the team quite a lot though. But he doesn't have attack buff in his own kit, so he definitely needs a team. So far, that's what I'm getting out of this hero. By himself, he won't be able to do miracles for you, but you put him in the right team and he can do a ton of damage. And yeah, you can definitely put him to good use. And that's it. So I'm going to be showcasing him in other areas of the game. So I've got Angelic Hunt, need to change the gear around. I'm gonna raid with him. I'm gonna showcase him in Arena, Guild Wars later, Hall of Trials maybe later as well, and yeah, Abyss, multiple places to test him. I mean, I did plus 15 skill up this hero, so I definitely need to showcase him quite a lot. Anyways, this is on my account number 3 on the Europe server, guys. My gear level is not as high on my account compared to my account number 1 on global though. But yeah, that's really it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon flag to be notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. I got playlists of all sorts: Arena, Guild Wars, Guide Steps and How-Tos, and Abyss Floor 62+. So check those out if you haven't, as well as best starter guides for my early to mid game players for fast progression. Also, join my Discord server. The link is in the description if you want to get helped or help the community. Guys, join it up. It's free. And yeah, you can even talk about other games. There's a channel for that. But yeah, that's really it for this one, guys. Good luck with all you do. Peace out for now.